Hi guys, Sahira here, back again with another video. So one of my subscribers, her name is Christine, who has such a cute baby. She asked me to do a video on the brushes that I use on a daily basis. So technically when I go to work on a daily basis, I don't really use much makeup because I'm too lazy. I'd rather sleep than use makeup. But I do use pretty much a simple eyeliner and mascara, and the only brush I probably use is for my blush. But so actually right now I'm just going to show her and the rest of you basically some of the brushes that I really cannot live without, and I pretty much use most of the time in my makeup videos. So the very first brush that I always use is between these two. It's the Sigma Foundation F60 brush. It's just like a paintbrush with a tapered finish, and this brush from Geek, which is the foundation stippling brush. And also the last one that I usually use is the Sigma Fat Kabuki F80 brush. So these are the three that I totally cannot live without. This is perfect if you want to just paint on the foundation and like really have a full coverage. You pretty much want to paint it on. So this brush is good for that, and because it's tapered, you can even get like under the eyes and around the nose without much difficulty. So this is something that I would recommend if you don't have any foundation brush. Pretty similar to this effect. For the stippling brushes, you can choose either one. Both of it have the same effect. This one is larger and wider, so it stipples a larger portion of your face more faster versus this one, which is pretty much just slightly smaller, but actually if you like press it out, it gives the same effect. The brush, I'm not sure too much about the cost, but the feel of the brush, I think the Sigma one feels a little bit smoother to me. So I guess it's less harsh on your face, and I've watched this like a million times, and I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I've watched this a lot of times, and I use it on my clients as well, and it's amazing. So I like it a lot, so I would recommend this. If you are a makeup geek fan like I am, I pretty much support her in a lot of stuff, and a lot of makeup I buy from her too. So this is also a good alternative to the Sigma one if you can't get it, but if you can get both and you can interchange between both, you would pretty much want to buy this brush as well. So check this out. And for the under eye powder that I usually use this Sigma Tapered Kabuki F86 brush, because it really gets under the eye, and it's tapered, so it's, as you can see when I put it under, it just falls nicely, and I can even like pretty much point it down and put it just where at the parts that I want to put it. So it's really great for under eye or around the nose as well. Pretty much parts that you just want to stay put in that area, you can pretty much use this brush for that. And for contouring, I like to use my Sephora Pro Angled Contour number 75 brush. This brush is angled, at the same time it's fluffier than most contour brushes, so it not only puts the color there, you can actually you can pretty much blend it at the same time. So it's like 2-in-1, instead of you putting on a harsh line and then having to go in and buff it out. So I use this a lot as well. Pretty much it saves time, and it's a 2-in-1 brush, so I like it a lot. Another of my foundation brush that I recently purchased is this MAC 132. This is also pretty much similar to the tapered brush from Sigma, but it's shorter and it's sort of rounder. Also does the same thing, but I like this brush a lot. It feels great, and I mean, MAC brushes are like an investment. When you keep them and you buy them, you really do have them for a long time. So I like to buy an expensive brush as well, at the same time buy a cheaper version of it. That's just my preference. You don't have to buy the MAC 132, you can buy the Sigma one. It pretty much works the same way. And for my blush, I like to use my Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush. It's also like a tapered brush, and it's fluffy, so it gets parts that I want to get without going overboard. So I like this a lot as well. The other Sigma brush that I use a lot is my tapered highlighter F35 Kabuki. No, it's not Kabuki. This one I use a lot for my highlighting. Basically, you want to get that nice glow here. I just like to use it here on my nose, on my cupid's bow, sometimes along the forehead as well. You can even use this to set powders in like smaller areas, because it gets into the groove of the face. So now that I've done with my face, let's go on to eyes. So basically for eyes, lately I've been using this brushes. This one is from Sigma, the Precision Tapered P86 brush. It's very similar to that Kabuki tapered brush, but it's a smaller version of it, and it's great for under eye concealing, around the nose, around the mouth. You can even use this to pretty much set specific points that you want to set with this brush because it's so small. So I really like that. And for blending, I have many brushes that I use for blending. They are all variations of brushes, so you can choose whichever one you want. This one is the e.l.f. Professional Blending Brush. This one is very small and it gets to certain parts only that you just want to blend. So for instance, like this eye look, I would just wanted this color to stay above the black. I use this brush. It's precise for that purpose. The other one that I use is my Sigma Tapered Blending E35 brush. I use this more often than my MAC brush, and the other one is a Blending E25. These two are similar, it's just that one is more longer and tapered, this one is more rounder. So it really depends on which one you want to use for the purpose of your look. If you want to go for a round smoky eye, I would say go with the E25. If you want to have like a specific cut crease, or you just want to maintain that line in that eye color, you use the E35. These two work perfectly as well. They're pretty much great dupes for MAC 217. And lately I also purchased the Morphe brushes. I bought the B13 and the B81. They are also similar to the blending brushes, but the B13 is really big, so you cover a whole lot of eye space. So this is great for putting on base colors. You can even put on like one eyeshadow color, like those browns that you just want to use on like a daily basis. Put it on and you're good to go. You don't have to like worry so much about putting it on and then blending with another brush. So that's a really great brush. If you can get your hands on it, you should. The Morphe B81 is pretty much similar to the blending brush, but it's tapered as well and rounder. So you put it in, it's pretty much blending and doing the significant motion. It's pretty much blending and doing that cut crease motion for you at the same time. Cuts time in half, just blending the eye out. I mean, I use this a lot as well lately, so I pretty much wanted to recommend this brush. And for today as well, like the look that I did, I used this brush, this Blending E36 brush from Sigma. It's really small and you can just get into the crease of the eye. So this is a really great great brush to have if you just want to blend a certain line in your eye for your eye look. So this is great for that. And for packing on color, I like to use these three brushes. This one is the Eye Shading Brush E55 from Sigma, and these two are pretty much the same brushes, the MAC 242. I like these brushes so much that I bought them both. Basically I bought two versions of the same brush because they are not only straight as in square on the top, they're also very close together. So when you pack on color, it really stays put. You have lesser fallout and you really can get the shape that you want, which is what I achieved with this look. So this is a great brush to have. What's the other brush? Okay, for eyeliner, I pretty much today only used one brush, which is the MAC 208. I have other eyeliner brushes, but there's like so many that I have. But this one is the one that I usually use even for my brows. So it works both ways, for the brows and for the eyeliner. It's a little bit rough, so just be a little bit careful when you're using this on your eyeliner line. This one I used very much as well, the shader inner corner, the E64, because it's so precise. It literally gets into your inner corner. So I use this, like for today, I use this to blend out the black in the inner corner. The gel, whatever base that I'm putting, I can really get a precise line that I want. So it really defines the shape of the eye without having to go over or going past the crease and getting that really crazy black eye. So this really helped me today. Apart from that, pretty much I have this last brush, which is the MAC 231 that I just bought recently as well. It's really great for the under eye. I use this to blend, and I realized that no other brush can compare to this. It's so small, it's so tapered, it is so what's the word? It's so, the bristles are packed together, so you really have lesser fallout with this. You can literally put it and blend it on, and it's great. I had very minimal fallout with this and I really love it. Today I use my lip brush, which I pretty much don't have a lip brush. I use any brush that I could get, and today I just used that purple brush, which was, oh great, I can't find it. You know what, I'm just going to give you an alternative. The BH brush, BH Cosmetics brush, this one is great for lips as well, which I think you can get. Is really affordable, I think. So this is given to me by someone and I use it as well, so this is great as well. I don't think I have any other brushes that I can show you without me going overboard, because I really have a lot of brushes and I tried to keep it as condensed as possible, and I based basically this brush video on, look at how many brushes I have. I basically based this brush video on the look that I did today. Since it's an intense look, it pretty much covered most of the brushes that you can use even on a daily basis for regular looks. So that's why I did the tutorial based on the looks, the brushes that I used today. So I hope you like this look, and I hope you like this video, and Christine, I hope you're watching. So take care and talk to you soon. Bye bye.